Namaste. This particular meditation is going to be based on a waterfall. And I am going to invite you to lie down on the floor, flat on your back, with your calves up on a chair, or to lie down on the floor with your legs up the wall. Now, if you don't feel like lying down on your back, or you prefer a more formal or traditional style of meditation where you're sitting upright, totally fine. I'll be joining you sitting up as well. But if you do legs up the wall, that is a similar pose to something we call waterfall pose in yoga. Usually you'll have like a bolster or a blanket tucked up underneath your sacrum. If that were to become more of an inversion for you, but you don't have to have that platform. You could just be flat on your back, legs up the wall, making that kind of L-shaped form. And then some people really love just the calves up on a chair, and it's called instant Maui. I mean, the name says it all. So you can find a wall space or a chair now, or you can join me sitting up. But I'll go ahead and say this waterfall meditation is also going to be based on the chakra system. The chakra system is basically based on the energetic body, believing there's energetic vortexes near the nerve plexus that travel from the base of the spine up all the way to the crown of the head. Each one of these governs something different physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. They each have a gland that's associated with them, and the glands help to create the body chemistry or hormonal balance inside. It's a fascinating subject matter. I really love teaching about the chakras, and hopefully if you're ever trying to learn a little bit more about how life shows up in the body, why your body may potentially be in pain or have its particular ailments, even sicknesses. Like if you really start to notice where it's landing in the body and then look at the chakra that governs that area, it's fascinating how it's like you could just check all the boxes. But anyway, all right, now that you're hopefully ready and prepared, let's go ahead and close the eyes. And just take a moment to meditate on your breath. And feeling how the breath streams in on the in-breath and pours out on the out-breath. Now deliberately deepen the breath. So you're feeling more movement in your torso. Maybe even hearing its quiet sound. If you're supine on your back, feel free to imagine your feet or your knees, dependent on your position, is like the cliff where the river is tumbling over to create a waterfall. And it's plummeting down, 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 down to the pool of the belly below. That river is roaring and the waterfall is crashing down to the pool below. If you're sitting upright, you can imagine that the cliff and that roaring river is hanging out right above your crown. And it pours down through the crown, traveling down, down, down to the pool of the belly below, into the pelvic floor where it comes crashing down. Remembering water is cleansing and purifying. That's one reason why there's baptism. Purification in water ceremonies and rituals. It's why we bathe. So as the water pours down, begin to imagine the color turning to red, bright, blood red. What connects us to our physical body, our circulation. What connects us to the earth. And as that rich red water comes tumbling down, imagine it clearing out any and all fear. From the tiniest fear towards a little insect to a big fear of something more like death. Until the water's crystal clear. And then change that color to a bold, bright orange, a tangerine orange. And as it comes tumbling down, know that it's connecting us to water. To the ways in which we're mutable. And let it wash away any and all shame or guilt. Until the water becomes crystal clear. And then it starts to change to a bright, bright yellow. Blinding yellow. And as it comes tumbling down, bringing us into connection with fire. as well as our own confidence and power. Let it burn and let it wash away any insecurities. Until it's crystal clear. The water turns to a bright neon green. A limelight of color tumbling down, 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 bringing with it heart, commitment, air, so much love. And it's blowing away and washing away any sadness, until the water becomes crystal clear. And now it's turning ice blue or an aquamarine blue. As it's flowing and tumbling down, it's bringing with it so much truth, expression, and spaciousness. And it's completely carrying away any mistruths, any distortions, until the water's crystal clear. And now it's bringing in a bright royal purple. As it's cascading and tumbling down, down, down. It's bringing with it so much awareness, so so much insight. And it's carrying and washing away any misperceptions, any fog in the mind, until the water's crystal clear. And then a flooding of white light coming down. Bringing with it divine light, a sense of wholeness and profound, perfect peace. The waters are rushing and tumbling down to wash out any feelings of separation. Until the water is crystal clear. If you have the legs up the wall, slide your feet down. And if your legs are propped on a chair, hug them in. Everyone breathe. Roll to one side of your body and join the rest of us who are already seated. Bringing your hands to Anjali Mudra, prayer position at your heart. I hope you enjoyed the waterfall meditation.